Welcome in, Chipola Nation. I'm Donnie Tyndall, head men's basketball coach here at Chipola College. Quick update on our team thus far this season. We are currently 16-2. We're ranked number 7 in the country. We are now done with our non-conference play. We open up conference play this Saturday at home against Pensacola State, who has a heck of a team as well. It's the 10th. The women will play at 2 o'clock. We'll play right after about 4:15. So we hope you'll come out and give us some support to start a conference play here with Panhandle Conference play upon us. Got a special guest here. Got a combo guard out of Queens, New York. I always tease him that he isn't really from New York, but he obviously is. We're going to let him tell you, our Chipola Nation, our fans out there, a little bit about himself. Jay, tell us where you grew up, high school career. I know last year you were at another school. Give our fans some insight as to where you've been and how you got here to Chipola.
How you guys doing? My name is Jalen Simmons. I'm from Queens, New York, like Coach said, and my high school career was pretty good. My freshman year, I ended up winning the city championship. We went 31-0, and everybody from that team now is playing somewhere. And my sophomore year, it was a COVID year, so we didn't get to finish that year off. But if we would have finished that year off, we were looking at a back-to-back. But that didn't happen. And then my junior year after COVID, I had transferred to a school closer to home because I was going to school in the Bronx. And my junior year, I went to Benjamin Cardozo, where it was kind of a shortened year because of COVID also. But my senior year, I played really good. Got third team All-State honors. And we didn't make it that far in the city championship, but I got some pretty good notoriety in the city and made some good connections with coaches down the line from that. And then I didn't go straight to college out of high school. I went to prep school and not too far north of Philadelphia, called Scotland campus. And I had a pretty good prep year too. And then from there, I ended up at my D2, called DUville University in Buffalo. And yeah.
And you had a good freshman year at the Division II school, right?
Yeah, I did.
Had averaged about 11 a game,
Yes,
right?
sir.
That's pretty good at a good Division II program. Now, going back to high school a little bit, your freshman year, you said you won the city championship.
Yeah, we went 31-0 that year.
And give us maybe a guy or two our fans would know about that maybe went on to play high-level basketball somewhere.
The whole team. You probably know about Toby Awaka. He's a big man over at Arizona right now. Tariq Foster, he was at UMass. This year he's at University of Albany. Cameron Estevez, he plays at Fairfield now. He was at Providence last year. CJ Riley is one of my good friends. He's at a D3 now, but he's playing really good at his D3.
So some really good players.
Yeah.
And then you said you transferred to Cardozo. Now I've heard of Cardozo High in New York for many years.
And it's funny you talk about it because my high school coach at Cardozo reminds me so much of like you and your style. Y'all are kind of like the same way how y'all handle things.
What's his name?
Ron Leclario.
Yeah, Ron's been there forever.
He's been there 50 years, and you guys are kind of the same, like old school to the point, no playing games. You guys are all to the T.
He's an old 5-star guy.
He is.
I used to work 5-star with Ron years ago. He's a heck of a coach, so that's interesting. And then at the Division II school, had a good freshman year, but you decided, you know what, I'm going to try to make a move here and get to a Division I school. So you chose Chipola. Why Chipola, Jalen?
Really, first off, the relationship I had with Coach Trent in the whole recruitment process, and then when I got introduced to you, of course I did my prior research and heard about the school, but when I did more research on you and your background and everything, it just kind of aligned with what I needed. And what everybody was telling me back home, I know a couple of your older players who also gave me some advice, and they all told me that they would think that you would be good for me. So I kind of just wanted to change, and I also felt like I could take a step in my game that I felt like maybe couldn't have been as big as a step last year as if I came here. So I just wanted to give myself a better opportunity to play at the next level.
Yeah, well, we're glad you're here and had a couple little injuries early season, but
Yeah.
kind of finding your rhythm now. And, I tell the guys this all the time. You don't know when your number is going to be called. He's helped us win some games already this year, but I really think as we get ready to head into conference play, his role is going to increase. And one thing about Jalen, he's continued to work hard through the ups and the downs and been a good leader on and off the floor. So we're excited conference play. It's here, isn't it,
Can't
man?
wait.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
it's here. All right, now tell me this. We got a lot of funny guys, I'm told. Now, I don't get to see the funny side of guys very often.
Right.
But tell me this, who's your favorite teammate? Doesn't have to be the funniest guy, but it may be. Who's your favorite teammate and why?
Um. That's a tough question. All the guys is kind of like funny in their own way, kind of. But I would say Peanut, for me personally, from where I'm from, I've never met nobody like him before. The way he talks and everything is just so funny to me, and the way he comes across. Um, he's Marco's funny. Lyric, a lot of people wouldn't think Lyric is
Yeah.
funny, but Lyric, if you really get to know Lyric, guys, Lyric doesn't say a word, but telling y'all Lyric is funny. Don't let him fool you.
When he does talk,
When he
it's
does talk,
comedy,
it's
huh?
comedy. So those three guys right there, but really Peanut he's hilarious. It's not one day it goes by I don't laugh at him or with him. So
Yeah. Great kid. Peanut's a freshman from Alabama. You'll get to meet him later on this season on the show. But we got a good group of guys.
We got a great group of guys.
On
I
and
love
off the
everybody.
floor.
I love everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody cool.
Yeah, well, that's good. Well, I tell you what, I always give players an opportunity to ask me a question. So I always say it can't be too tricky or hard, complex here. But is there a question that maybe you think our fans would want to know an answer from me, Jay?
Yeah. Honestly, I just wanted to know, like, you've been here for this is your 6th year, right?
Yep.
What's like other than states and everything? What's like what would you say in your opinion is like your biggest accomplishments that you've been here?
Well, yeah, that's a great question. We've went to 2 Final Fours, 2 Sweet 16, so that's a great accomplishment in and of itself. We've won 5 straight Panhandle conferences, championships, so that's pretty high up there. 3 state titles. We haven't won the one thing we want to win yet, which is a national championship. But I would say this, probably my biggest most prideful accomplishment with all those basketball things being pretty good is the fact that we've had 31 guys go on to Division I schools. All 31 of those young men have graduated. I got a guy in the NBA, Naquan Tomlin with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I think aside from the winning, I'm very, very prideful in the fact that our kids are graduating and moving on to bigger schools and have an opportunity to fulfill their lifelong goals and dreams. Because to me, that's what coaching's all about.
Right.
You're teaching, you're coaching, you're helping young people do some things that maybe I wasn't good enough to do. So that's probably my biggest accomplishment. Very, very proud of all my players, but those guys that have graduated and moved on, pretty cool. And hopefully you'll be another one of those
For
guys,
sure.
right?
Hopefully, yeah. And then one more, not really a question, but I also have heard from Zaco. He's one of my my friend's teammates over at St. Michael's right now. So I heard from him recently. He told me a really funny story about you, and I'm like, that sounds so much like Coach. And it's just everything.
Is it a story we can tell on?
It's a story
on
we can
TV?
tell. He was just making fun of like the way you say stuff and the way you come across. So he's asking me, he's like, does DT always say still like sorry mother, like all this stuff like that? I'm like, yeah, he says all that stuff still. I told him like one thing about Coach. I know he's gonna be the same in any room he steps in. So that's one thing I could always respect about you, that even though other people may not respect the way or like the way you come across, I respect the way that you are who you are, and you know what I'm saying? People respect that. So
well, I appreciate that. Zacho's a great kid, and the thing I tell everyone, I tell them on the front end how it's going to be, right?
Yeah.
We're going to work hard. You got to be coachable. You got to love basketball. And if you do that, then most of these guys all flourish under me. And so I think it's been a good fit for us. We got a good group this year that really wants to be coached. And so, yeah, Zacho's a great guy. And he may not have always loved me, right? But I think in hindsight, he appreciates it and knows it was for his betterment.
Like you told us over there in film, it always comes back to, it was come back to be good at the end. So
Yeah.
you know,
All right. Last question for you, Jay. I nicknamed him J Dog, by the way. So, last question, J Dog. Who could be a couple people, but who has been the most influential person or people in your life? Doesn't have to be basketball related, it can be, but just overall, who's been the most influential person and impactful person in your life thus far?
100% my mom. My dad too. Them two, they do a lot for me. Um, Especially when I was younger. Like I had a I had a friend when I was younger, and safe to say that he wasn't the friend I needed. They realized that, and at the time, I kind of felt the way. It's like, but now that I'm older and I see how everything played out, they always had my back through everything. Like every game, every AU game possible, they were there for it. Like my mom, she does everything for me, and my sister, she plays basketball too. She's at a Division 3 up in New York. So really, them three, like I do it for them. They do everything for me, and my sister is like I'm like her role model because I'm the older brother, and
Yeah.
she's the younger sister who watches her older brother play and started playing because of me. So those three right there is like I wake up every day like you asked us yesterday what's our motivation or Bryson, and that would be mine. Them three right there, I do everything for them.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. If you got three people like that, because a lot of people don't even have three people that they
Right.
could say have impacted them. So you got, I'm sure, more than three,
For
but
sure.
three at least.
For sure, yeah.
And I say this all the time. I'm 55 years old, and my mom's still the
Yes.
most impactful person in
Yes.
my life. So pretty cool. And I can tell you get a little bit emotional about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Those people have stuck their neck out there to support you and help you and be behind you. And I know you want to give everything back to
Yeah.
them as you move on and move up in life. So that's pretty cool, Jay.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So, well, listen, Chipola Nation, again, big home game this Saturday, January 10th. The women who are having an unbelievable season, I think they're ranked second in the country at 17-1, play at 2 o'clock against Pensacola State. We'll be immediately after them at 4:15, and should be a great game. Pensacola State has another great team. They've been ranked in the country all preseason, and so should be a heck of a game as we start Panhandle Conference play. We hope to see you there. Thanks for joining us, and go Indians.